Get ready for the dictation. 5 seconds to go. Start. Sir, there is no doubt that innovative financing measures such as infrastructure bond, creation of Mudra Bank for MSME sector also augurs well for Make in India. So, overall, we see that the budget has provided several initiatives to boost manufacturing in India. Announcement of schemes like Mudra Bank and cashless transactions will help push the e-commerce sector towards that growth trajectory. Availability of low cost capital is a key element for the real estate sector. The sector has a high multiplier effect on the economy, and affordable housing is key to realizing the social dream of housing for all. The introduction of a regulatory body for infrastructure to provide the single window clearance should include real estate sector under its ambit, as this will definitely give the much needed flip to the mission housing for all by 2022. I also welcome the additional announcement of 2 crore houses in the rural and 5 crore houses in the urban areas. I further welcome the jurisprudence initiatives by the Finance Minister in giving due credibility to the real estate sector by the introduction of the Benami Property Transaction Bill that would largely help tackle black money transactions in the real estate sector. The GST will make manufacturing more competitive and thereby support the Make in India campaign. The determination towards GST and the proposed implementation will boost the industry through the state of art indirect tax system. The announcement that the much awaited GST will be introduced on 1st April 2016 will definitely rejuvenate the industry. Every section of old person, particularly underprivileged and destitute, will certainly get much more from this budget. With the provisions like Atal Pension Yojana, financially security will be ensured for millions of old people and their family members. In view of ever increasing population of older persons, government's focus on welfare and empowerment of older persons is laudable. The hike in individual tax exemption is a welcome step. It will give more money in the hands of the people. Measures to curb black money, job creation through revival of growth and investment will benefit middle class taxpayers. The finance minister underlined inflation management as another area of priority for the government. Not only will this add robust economic growth, a low to moderate inflation environment will also ease populist pressures on the government. The government's commitment to Green India manifests in some of the additional measures, such as increasing the coal cess helps in providing impetus to clean energy, increasing the purview of the tourist visa on arrival scheme to 150 countries under different stages points towards more tourist inflow in India in the time to come. Many announcements aimed at the financial security of the common man, like increasing the deduction permissible for health insurance, increased deduction to the new pension scheme, and increasing the allowance for senior citizens and the differently abled to claim deduction against medical expenditure are expected to bring in additional benefit to the individual and to the economy as a whole. The move to encourage use of financial products and services among a larger proportion of the population, as well as the efforts towards monetization of gold, are great building block to build a vibrant and deep financial services sector. Major takeaway from the budget were high stress on Make in India and rural development. This will surely bring a surge in job creation. Health insurance premium rebate is going to help out the common man. Tax free infrastructure bonds for projects in railways and roads will boost up investments in infrastructure and railways. The budget retains the focus on financial inclusion, ex- education, health, and agriculture. It has increased focused on infrastructure and railways. The budget retains the focus on financial inclusion, education, health, and agriculture. It has increased focused on infrastructure development, housing, and manufacturing in India. Agriculture and farmers are the top priority of the government, as improving their condition is a must to strengthen India. The government should launch a new crop insurance scheme to help farmers tackle floods, drought, and plant diseases in a better manner. The present national crop insurance program has not benefited our farmers. The new scheme should be launched across the country, as the existing scheme has not proved to be beneficial for the farmers. Agriculture and allied sectors are considered to be the main state way of the Indian economy. They are the important source of raw material and demand for many industrial products, particularly fertilizers, pesticides, agricultural imp- implements, and a variety of consumer goods. More than 60% of the Indian agriculture sector is expected to grow with better movement in the next few years owing to increase in facilities, warehousing and cold storage. Stop.